How's it? What's up? It's Ulu. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm in a diabetic support group on Facebook, and there was this question, and there was a lot of comments going against this. But I wanted to kind of like make things kind of maybe a little clarify some things about this post. Now the post just says, "Why would any parent let their child eat cotton?" Okay, so we don't know if the child is diabetic or what, right? Or whatever, but I'm assuming that the child is diabetic only because it was posted in the group. And this person is a top contributor, okay, to the group. So, I'm sure that he has a lot of information to share with others. But this is something that I learned, especially with my child having food intolerances when she was little. And to be real honest, her dad he eats fairly healthy. He cooks healthy food. But he's also a burger and hot dog kind of dude, you know what I mean? But he don't eat pork, so he eats like beef hot dogs and turkey dogs and whatnot, okay? But he's really a health nut, which definitely helped me as her mom to, you know, create this whole diet that I had to for her. And pretty much the way we eat now. But again, let's go back to this question. Why would any parent let their child eat cotton candy? So one thing I wanted to say is that cotton candy is a fun treat, right? Most of us, Generation X, we only and generations before that, we only eat cotton candy at places like Farrell's. I don't even know if they have that no more. And at the county fair, right? And carnivals and whatnot, circuses, whatever, wherever you grew up, wherever they sell, all kind of goodies and stuff like that. Event. But now you can buy them in the bag. You can buy them in the bag. You can buy them anywhere. So I just wanted to say that if you, as a person in general, you should moderate all junk food, all crap food, or even if you don't have diabetes, even if you don't have any kind of health ailments, like gluten and all that kind of stuff or whatever, you know what, you already know, you should already be educated and know what you can and cannot eat. Now, however, this comes to our parenting skills with this question. So with this question, in moderation is key. You always want to moderate any kind of junk food that you are giving your child. It not only teaches them to make healthier choices, but you lessen the risk of having generational diseases later on, especially something like diabetes. The best way I can explain it. So, when I was growing up, my mom was diabetic. She never bought any type of real junks or sweets or whatever. These are, I'll tell you, a list of things that she used. Number one, she bought tab soda, which was diet soda. Okay, for her, we were not allowed to drink it. Two, she used to buy Jello. I really kind of don't like Jello. If Jello has to be really solid, not real jello-y, mushy. But because she used to buy Jello all the time, I really hate Jello. It has to be like parfait or something like. Third, she never bought any type of snacks or anything like Oreo cookies. Really, she never bought things like that. I can remember, like, honestly counting on one hand how many times she bought Oreo cookies for us and Chips Ahoy cookies. Like, honestly, no. She would buy sponge cake though. I freaking love sponge cake. I don't buy it though because it's not made how it used to be made before. So for me, I never ever ever really deprive my children of eating snacks and goodies and all that kind of stuff. I don't have any like bags of chips, packages of cookies. The most I have is maybe like add water cookies or a couple boxes of cake or brownies. That's it from the Dollar Tree. Okay? You can never go wrong with cake, especially if it's someone's birthday, you know what I mean? Which reminds me, somebody's birthday's coming. But you should always take into consideration the amount of junk food that goes into your house, where it's easily accessible for your kids to just grab. And of course, they're going to choose that over healthy food. So for me, what I do is because I don't buy snacks and sodas and all that kind of stuff, once in a while I'll buy Minute Maid or some kind of cheapy island fruit punch type deal, like back home, the medical, they used to have that. And you might have like $1.99, probably like $5 now back. But when they want snacks, they literally have to either walk to 7-Eleven or go to 7-Eleven, or when we go shopping for food and they're with me, then they can choose a snack. So if they, or a treat, they can choose like a package of, I don't know, gummies and a soda. That's it. But that's all they have. I will never, ever buy a package of Oreo cookies just because. I will never buy a big bag of potato chips just because. And this is the choices that we as parents, we are responsible for. And a lot of the comments to this question was very like, why are you judging? Why this? Why that? Why that? And it was negative, So what happens is, if you deprive your child as well as yourself, what happens is you create binging episodes. Okay, binging episodes. Now binging episodes are way more dangerous than keeping things in moderation or eating things in moderation. Why? Because when you binge, you can binge for 1, 2, 3 days. Like me, I love to drink wine. I love wine. And I used to binge drinking wine. And the binging, I'm going to be real honest, because my father was an alcoholic, I definitely have the tendency to become one. So I would buy like 2 bottles of wine and I would binge drinking that, okay, for the over the 2 days. Then I would buy 2 more bottles, and then it started to become 4 bottles of wine. And this would go on for about 2 weeks at a time. In the meantime, I don't know, I damaging my body. Now, because I have completely changed my diet and everything, wine was one of the things that I had to give up immediately. Drinking altogether. But on special occasions, like when I went to the Good Old Days concert with my cousin, you bet your ass I was over there drinking some alcohol. However, it was a completely different type of alcohol than wine, okay? My cousin showed me some mixes that won't elevate my blood sugar. However, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be drinking that every time. No. I still gotta think about my liver. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with your cake. There's no reason why a kiki should have choke freaking snacks in the cabinet. No reason why a kiki should have choke freaking high fructose corn syrup juices in the fridge. No reason why you should be buying cases and cases of soda for your baby. That's what it causes, especially if you get on family history of, diabetes, high blood pressure, and all that kind of stuff. So, us as parents, it's not hard to. No, you cannot have that. Yeah, you can have that today. We're shopping, so pick a snack. I'm not gonna buy that big bag of. I'm not gonna buy that big freaking container of whatever macaroon. I'm not gonna buy one whole big bag of. I'm not gonna buy one whole big bag of cheese. Although she did get veggie straws, yes. Which is a healthier choice versus a package of sour cream and onion Lay's potato chip. Doing these things will teach your kids how to also be responsible for moderation. And I'm going to tell you this. This is the God's. When your children get older and they start to eat shitty food and all that kind of stuff, when you've taught them how to moderate and to choose wisely when they were young, when they eat junk food, they're going to know how they feel. Because that's my kids 100%. Especially my meme. If she not eating vegetables, she feels swollen and ill and sick. And she proved it to me when we went back home, because she was eating all kinds of stuff, and she said, "Mom, I need to eat some healthy food because I don't feel well." She feels swollen in her hand. So when she went to her stepdad, she was so happy because she knew she was going to eat healthy. She told him, "Unks, I need to eat healthy." And he made her right. So moderation is key, teaching your kids how to choose wisely as they get older.